It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith. And our coverage tonight at the American Airlines Center, where the Dallas Mavericks will be going up against the Golden State Warriors. A good roll continuing right now for the Warriors. They have been a team on a mission this season. Best record in the NBA. We're getting deep into the schedule now, and they continue playing dominant basketball. And before we tip off, I just need to ask Shaq, when you think back to great teammates, what are the qualities that make a great teammate?
Well, you want to play the guys who care as much about the game as you do, a guy who puts the team first, a guy who gets you involved, a guy who has the same dreams and aspirations that you have about the game.
Well, that name sounds like Kobe Bryant to me that you were talking about, but I always look for guys who could push me. And I could push them at the same time, where we could work together. It's a family, the basketball team. You playing for 82 games. You need somebody that's going to be in your corner.
Wouldn't you like to push Kenny?
Push him out this set.
Yeah, that's what I was getting
As long as I could push you back.
You may not be able to. Kevin Harlan, take it away, kid.
Greetings and best wishes for a happy holiday season from all of us at 2K Sports as we get set for this NBA presentation. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg with Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. And tonight, a pair of the Western Conference's most explosive offenses getting together here in Dallas as the Mavericks welcome the Golden State Warriors. They're looking to start this road trip off with a win and continue their winning streak.
And you know, Kevin, they look like they're having fun out there, a real party. I love what I'm seeing from them in terms of their chemistry. But playing well and winning games will do it for you. That goes hand in hand. Good chemistry, wins, and fun.
Yeah, and they've got it all right now, the communication and cooperation out on the floor. And winning games, when you are winning games, you should be having fun. You can see that in the looks on their faces.
Now Golden State's starting five. Barnes and Green are the forward set. The Splash Brothers are the guards. And it's Bogut in at the center position. Shot's good.
Well, Merry Christmas. That was a freebie.
Well, it was the Dallas Mavericks winning their last game against Milwaukee.
And were able to overcome what was a really poor shooting night. And you're not going to be able to win with a percentage as low as theirs that often unless you defend.
No style points earned for sure, Greg, in that game. But they did hit the big shots when they needed them. And oftentimes it's not what you do as much as when you do it.
Matthews, no good.
And guys, as remarkable as Steph Curry's offensive game is, I think what's underrated is how he competes on the defensive end of the floor. Not the strongest nor most explosive player, but he continues with activity and plays with tremendous effort.
So he gets the whistle, contact on the way up, and two shots coming up.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
All right now, gentlemen, two shots. Roof shots.
And that one falls for Williams. And speaking of Curry's activity defensively, he's certainly got a nose for the ball.
He does a nice job at his size rebounding as a guard, and he keeps his hands active in the passing lanes, and he's usually near the tops in the league in steals.
And the wide open shot from Green. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 3 assists in the game. Parsons against Thompson. Parsons attacking. The kick out to Williams. Nice shot from the wing. Williams has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession.
And here's Barnes for 3, and another 3 for Golden State.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So Early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
Now here's Williams. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Milwaukee.
And don't forget about his work on the glass. I mean, he contributed in a number of ways. Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Left side Curry from 11 feet away. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yep, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Here is Matthews, following the basket by Stephen Curry. Nowitzki sets a screen for Williams, and it's Nowitzki penetrating, good.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
Bogut high post. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here.
And guys, nice to see Bogut out there given all the injuries that he's had to overcome in his career. Just glad to see him at full strength.
Free throw, good, Bogut. You know, and Bogut, as I recall, Clark, was so distraught by those injuries that at one point he thought he might retire.
Yeah, he gave some serious thought to packing it in after the 2013 season, Kevin. Luckily for his team, though, he worked through it and is as strong as ever at the defensive end.
Now here's Curry, following the miss by Wesley Matthews. Back to Curry, lets it go with a 3. Can't get it to go. And it's Dallas the other way. This game against Golden State is the first time they've met this season.
Yeah, and these teams pretty familiar with one another. They'll face off 4 times this year.
And, you know, Greg, both would love to get the upper hand early. This game, to me, is psychological as much as anything. I mean, a win here provides that edge you're looking for.
Thompson for 3. Launches a 3. And Steph Curry gets the 3. Curry's got 5 points so far.
And off to an incredible start here early from long range.
Lighting it up from outside. Hard to keep up with this.
Picked by Williams. Nowitzki with the screen on Thompson. And Parsons kicks to Nowitzki. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. 6 points for him.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
And it's Thompson with the jam.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that 2-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Matthews with it. Really played well against Milwaukee his last outing. On the wing, Williams. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Green, the pass to Bogut.
And, you know, looking at Andrew Bogut, he's been one of the game's best centers. I mean, obviously injuries have saddled him a little bit over the years, but he's made it through 67 games each of the past 2 seasons.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Warriors.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
That misses, so he splits the free throws. Mavericks trailed by 5. A chance now to go to Dorisburg, who had a chance to talk with Rick Carlisle.
One player that he's talked to his guys a lot about is Stephen Curry. He said Curry's one of the premier shooters in the game, and he's got that quick trigger. We really have to be tight to him, get physical, and try to get him on his heels as much as possible. Guys, Curry is an excellent free throw shooter. We'll see if they can do that without fouling him.
Thanks again, Doris. Nobody near Barnes. And again, no good by Golden State. Well, going back to Bogut when he's healthy, he's a very difficult matchup for any opponent. One of the great rebounders and defenders certainly in this game now. He also, though, gives you points from the blocks and with timely putbacks.
You know, he's become an unsung hero in a sense. Not the flashy guy who entered the league, but more of a very talented lunch pail kind of guy who simply wants to do his part.
And here is Barnes after the three-pointer from Darren Williams. And that one's good, Barnes.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
J.J. Barea is checked in for Pachulia. Mavericks trail by 3. Outside Williams. 17-foot shot on the way. And too long on the shot. Golden State's gone 4-7 from three-point range so far in the first. And the dunk by Barnes.
Well, it's definitely been a shootout. But the team that can start playing some defense might have an edge.
Barnes has gone 80% from the field. 4 of 5 shooting. Up top, Barea. He's covered by Thompson. Here's Barnes. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Now it's a 7-point Warrior lead.
Well, he knew how many inches he had over the guy. I mean, let's face it, good decision to just rise up and take the jump shot.
Barnes against Matthews. Left side, Parsons. Takes the elbow jumper and drains it.
Not much defense to speak of yet here, guys.
Nope, it's been all offense, fellas, all the time here early.
Thompson is doubled. Releases, and it's Golden State with another.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
Outside Matthews. That one wide left.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Thompson with the bucket.
And the defense is in disbelief here. Triple after triple.
When that happens, you simply just hope they start cooling off.
Now here's Williams. 15 points in the game.
And you know, one thing about Darren Williams, he used to get to the charity stripe at will. At the height of his career, he was averaging almost 6 free throws a game. The last couple seasons, he's been down around 3.
And Clark, for Darren Williams, he clearly has the handle and the strength to get to the basket, but no longer the explosion that we're used to seeing.
Yeah, you know, he's had some ankle injuries, and that certainly is a part of that. And he's also in his 30s now, so largely a perimeter jump shooter, but still can impact the game with his deep shooting and playmaking.
Now, here's Barea. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Dallas again missing.
You know what? You just cannot get much better of a look than that one.
Exactly. I mean, no way you expect him to miss that shot. Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Here's Barea after the made shot from Andre Iguodala. Kicks it to Villanueva. Good, and it's Barea who picks up the assist. Villanueva's got his first points of the game. Looking at the last game for the Golden State Warriors, it was a win against Sacramento.
And then in that game, guys, I mean, the beneficiary of what was some very lackluster defense being played against them.
Agreed, guys. It was really quite shocking and disappointing how many free runs to the hoop they got.
Man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
Harris is checked in for the Mavericks. There's Green with the 3. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away. He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Thompson. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight. That's good from Villanueva. The big change last year for the Mavs came when they traded for Rajon Rondo. It looked to be the missing piece for him, Clark, but where it just never seemed to come together.
You just don't know. Trades are always risky. You don't know how they're going to work out, and I give credit to ownership for talking to the players to see what they thought about the trade before they actually made the deal.
Dallas calls timeout, and as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is, and every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up. And things just didn't really work out with Rondo here with the Mavs. Missed a lot of games and at times clashed with that coaching staff. Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Here's Green after Devin Harris's score. And there's the pass to Iguodala. Lets it fly, and he connects with the jumper. Iguodala's got his second basket of the night.
And, you know, they said it was the injury, but you have to suspect the Mavs just shut him down in the playoffs. They took a big swing and missed with Rondo in acquiring him, but I think you have to give him credit for at least taking the risk.
And the basket by Harris.
Special. There just aren't many guys like him who can accelerate to the rim and finish in style.
To the inside, Livingston. Boom, he jams it straight down.
He couldn't have dreamed of a much better start here than they've had today.
I think the offensive game plan they came in with was right on point. It's worked perfectly, and the lead they already have is proof in the pudding.
Now here's Parsons. An 11-point game for him in the win against Milwaukee. Another three for Dallas.
A good open look, and he splashes home the three.
Warriors leading by 8. Outside, Green. Here is Livingston, guarded by Barea. Goes up to the stripe. Again, Golden State.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
Now here's Parsons. He has 5. There's 25 seconds left to play in the first.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, I mean, deterred them from those playing.
Barea kicks to Harris. It's good. Great play set up by Barea. 8 points for Devin Harris.
Boy, that's a really nice feed by J.J. Barea.
And here is Barbosa. Here's Livingston, and that's not going to go. The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. The Warriors on top, up 8. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. And Dirk Nowitzki still remembers the Mavs 2011 championship. He said he'd love to get one more before it's all said and done.
I mean, that 11th season I'll never forget, but once you tasted the victory.
One's definitely not enough for Dirk. He's been to the mountaintop and he wants more. Another trip there would be terrific for him. He's been to the finals twice.
Yeah, and you heard him. It was like the whole city was having one big party all summer long because they were there. How could you not want to have that experience once again?
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And from what we've seen so far from the Warriors, how would you grade them?
You know, you can tell right now this team's on the same page. They are right where they want to be offensively.
Well, finding scores on time and on target with your passes, it makes scoring the ball easy for them.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. Thompson is the 2 with Barnes at the 3, and it's Curry in at the point guard position.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And, Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
Now here's Anderson looking for his first basket still in this one. They grab their own miss. Pachulia dishes to Harris. Good.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there, dead on target.
Warriors leading by 9.
And what a first year it was for Steve Kerr and the Warriors. It was the best debut as a new coach ever. 67 wins. He also established a franchise win total in his first year.
Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Outside Matthews. He feeds it to Pachulia. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Just 4 to shoot. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Tries again, and that's 2 points on the layup.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
Now, here's Thompson. A 32-point game for him in the win against Sacramento.
But what stood out for me was his gorgeous playmaking out there. I mean, over and over, he was finding his teammates in a great position to score.
The D has gotten a little lax defending the three-point shot at that end.
3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have come from beyond.
Green against Nowitzki. Faded away to create the space. Nowitzki's got 8.
Dirk Nowitzki homing in on offense.
Thompson is double. He kicks it to Curry. Here's the 3. And Pachulia pulls it down. Mavericks trailed by 11. Pass to Matthews. Anderson kicks to Pachulia. Back to Anderson. Nowitzki a screen. There's a screen. Kept alive. Warriors leading by 11. Curry passes to Green. Down low. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
Incredible body control right there. Don't know how he was able to get that one to go, but it sure was a thing of beauty to watch.
Williams, he's checked in for Devin Harris. And Golden State also making a change. Festus Ezeli, he's checked in for Draymond Green. And the Mavericks call time here.
And last year we saw Coach Rick Carlisle pass the 600-win mark. Former Coach of the Year award winner, has had so much success here in Dallas. One of many coaches to play for the 80s Celtics.
Now here's Anderson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Matthews dishes to Nowitzki. Soft touch off the glass.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
And with Coach Carlisle, he's had great success, Greg, as you're talking about, down in Dallas. Now in his 8th season, he's never finished under 500 with the Mavericks. Only finished under 500 once in his whole career. And Clark, he only missed the playoffs twice as a head coach.
Well, we had him in Indiana, and he's fantastic as a basketball coach. And the Mavericks have made it known that he can hang around and coach as long as he'd like to. That's pretty high praise for Rick Carlisle.
Here's Curry after Dirk Nowitzki's bucket. Bogut kicks to Thompson. Nice D from Nowitzki.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Here's Williams. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Thompson for 3. Barnes kicks to Thompson. Thompson is double. Matthews with the steal. Nowitzki with it. Picked up by Thompson. Pass to Anderson. Three for Matthews. Happy to see that one go in for his second make in 5 attempts.
And really, how about the quick release on that triple there, because he's given up a lot of height in that matchup.
Right on target you are, Greg. I mean, the quick release is what made the difference there. Any hesitation, and that shot is being blocked. And Zaza Pachulia, for my money, has been one of the toughest players in the league. He's got a boxer's mentality. Even his face looks a little bit like a boxer's. He doesn't have the quick twitch muscles of some guys, but his power and effort consistently stand out.
No good on the second free throw. Talking about Jaja's toughness, it's one of the reasons he has such a high rebounds per minute average over his career. And defending on the blocks, he's almost unmovable.
He really, you know what, Coach Kidd loves Jaja. Even started him over John Henson by the end of the season. I mean, he's always willing to trade body blows down low and certainly wins his fair share of those battles.
Williams for three. Offensive rebound. The kick out to Anderson for the three. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dirk Nowitzki. Anderson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Curry passes to Bogut. Thompson is double. Back to Bogut. The feed to Thompson. 4 on the clock. Bogut with a clean look. A second chance effort, and it's good on the way in. Azili's got his first 2 points.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Mark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out, almost like the 1-2 punch.
Matthews, no good.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team. It's been about tempo and pace with this group, and it's led to a huge advantage in fast break points.
Greg, it's really the main reason they're in front. All that early offense. I mean, when they've had the chance to push it, they've pushed it.
And here is Williams after the three-pointer from Klay Thompson, the 17-footer, and it's sent back by Bogut. Tries again. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down to 6 on the bucket from Dirk Nowitzki.
You know, he's putting on an outstanding offensive display, and he may just be getting warmed up here.
Lets it go from 11, and it's Golden State with another.
You know, he's got a lot of inches on the defender in that matchup, and he can just shoot right over the top of him without worrying about being bothered.
And Williams, here we go, and it's sent back by Bogut.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here. He shattered the backboard. Just no chance for the smaller defender to block that shot.
He's really, really good at using his size to free himself up for those mid-range jumpers. A master at it.
They double-team Curry. And so here is Dallas. Mavericks trail by 8. Inside, here's Anderson. Good, great play by Williams to set it up. Williams has got 3 assists now in this one. Thompson is double and stolen by Nowitzki. And Thompson sends it back. That's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. A different look for Dallas. Charlie Villanueva's checked in for Pachulia. Chandler Parsons comes in for Dirk Nowitzki. And Barea subbed in for Anderson. Different look here for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Bogut. Iguodala comes in for Barnes. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. And count it, 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line. So we'll see Leandro Barbosa at the line. It goes on Chandler Parsons. The Warriors shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
You know, this season versus last, they've seen a decrease in their success at the free throw line.
Now here's Barea. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Matthews.
Great job to hit his teammate on that move, Kevin.
Here is Livingston. Passes it to Spates. Fader on the way. It's tipped. Outside Matthews. The three. And he gets it to go. And now it's just a 4-point Warrior lead.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Barbosa against Williams. Offensive rebound. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Azili's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Dallas has gone for the three-pointer 7 times here in the second and been successful 3 times. And that one's good. And that's now 7 points for Chandler Parsons.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter, just served him up. And really, the Warriors had an amazing regular season last year. Just from a historical standpoint, it was one of the best ever. No question he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And that one falls for Spates. And for the Warriors last year, they would end the season with 67 wins. That number, Clark, tying for the 6th best win total in NBA history.
And my guess is only a few people saw it coming. I mean, and as the season wore on, it became more and more apparent that the Warriors were for real, but it took a while for people to accept that fact.
Now here's Matthews. He's got 10. He dishes it to Barea. Draymond Green pulls it in.
And we haven't seen them get to the line as much here in the second quarter. They might be settling a tad too much offensively.
I think you're right. I mean, an up fake here or there, getting the ball inside, that's how you create high percentage offense.
And so here is Dallas following the score by Golden State. Villanueva. Good, and it's Barea who picks up the assist. Villanueva's got 7.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
Green kicks to Barbosa. Takes the 3. That drops. And the Warriors lead by 9.
And boy, has he picked it up since the start of the second. His shots now starting to fall.
Let's a floater go. Iguodala outside. Green kicks to Livingston. 20 feet out. The shot no good. Parsons with some nice D. In the corner, it's Harris. Another 3 for Dallas.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
On the wing, it's Iguodala. He's covered by Matthews. Iguodala kicks to Spates. Iguodala outside. 5 to shoot. There's the dish to Spates. Back to Iguodala. 3-pointer. And another 3 for Golden State.
And they're just raining threes on both ends.
Boy, I love the answer. You come at me with the 3, I'm coming right back with my own triple.
Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down to 7 on the bucket from Parsons.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Makes a big high bounce and goes in. Spates has got 4 this quarter. Dallas has gone an even 50% from 3-point range in the second quarter. 4 for 8. Tipped away. Stolen by Barbosa. From 18 feet away. Iguodala. No good. Matthews. The shot misses. And so that brings the first half to a close. Warriors lead by 9. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, thank you. I'm with Klay Thompson.
Welcome to the stream.
You really set the tone with your intensity. It
What's
seemed
up?
like you were the spark out there. What was your focus?
You know, I feel great. I've always been in good shape since high school. So it's nothing to me. I just love being out there competing. And I love how unselfish you're playing. You know, really sharing the ball.
Thank you, Klay. We so appreciate it. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you for the great interview, Doris. We'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We welcome you to the halftime show on 2K Sports. So it's Golden State who's out on top at the half. They lead by 9 points. Shaq, give me your take.
Well, they really dictated the pace of the game with their transition game. They got out on the break every chance they had, and the time they could push the tempo, they did. And a lot of times it kept the defense scrambling like eggs with the cheese and apple juice.
And over to Kenny. Let's get your insights on Dallas.
Well, the perimeter D is just too loose. I mean, there's no excuse for letting the team rain that many threes on you. And at that higher percentage, guys aren't fighting through screens. They're not staying with their shooters. They're not helping out. Just bad basketball on the defensive end. They've got to tighten it up on a high level in the second half.
And that's it for halftime, as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
The second half just about to get going here.
You know, Barnes is playing well. He has 18 points, and he's picked up 6 points from behind the arc.
I love the rhythm his outside stroke has produced today.
Parsons and Dirk are in at the forward spots. Darren Williams out there with Matthews. And it's Pachulia in at the 5 spot. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half with.
Some of Harrison Barnes' teammates have referred to him as the senator because of the way he carries himself. And, you know, a very level-headed, dignified young man, and just he has an air about him. Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down now to just 9 in the bucket from Williams.
Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break really gave him a second win.
Nowitzki against Green. Outside Curry. They double team Curry. Back to Barnes. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Bogut. Whistle blows. That's going to be a travel.
Now let's look at some numbers for Parsons. Over the last month, getting it done. He's averaging 19 points per game, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he's been putting up points with regularity. I mean, that's what they depend on, his killer instinct on offense.
Yeah, and anytime this club needs a bucket, he's their go-to. Just irrepressible and a prolific scorer.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Thompson is double. Barnes with it. Now guarded by Parsons. Bogut, and that one's good. Bogut's got 4 points this quarter.
And he found the soft spot in the D on that possession.
Mavericks trail by 9. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Pachulia with it. Bogut on him. Pachulia inside. Covered by Bogut. Can't connect from short range.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
And that one's good.
There's been a huge discrepancy between these teams in their effectiveness from the three-point line.
It has been pronounced, no doubt about it. Definitely a big factor to this point in the game.
Now here's Parsons. 9 points in the game so far. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Everything going to plan here to start the third. 80% shooting thus far.
Curry gets the bucket.
These defenders had better start closing out on those shooters.
That's 2 in a row, and we call that a streak.
Dallas calls timeout.
You remember Klay Thompson's father, Michael Thompson, a former #1 pick out of Minnesota. Growing up, he was the smallest of his brothers and thereby took his lumps when they played hoops. But he said that challenge helped him to develop into the player he is today.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Rick Carlisle was going over with his team in that last huddle. He's looking for some old-fashioned offense right now. He wants the pick and roll to be the centerpiece of their game plan at that end of the floor. The other thing he stressed was the need to be disciplined on offense. He asked for good ball movement and good shot selection. Coach was not wasting any time in altering their strategy here in the second half. And Kevin, he's going to have to hope those changes take effect quickly.
Thank you, Doris. And Klay Thompson, born into an athletic family. His father, the former #1 overall pick in the NBA draft. And Clark, his mom, was a Division I volleyball player.
And, you know, Thompson, despite those genes, was not a highly recruited player out of high school. Grew up in UCLA's backyard, but ended up playing college ball at Washington State.
And Williams, here we go. Dishes it to Pachulia. Uncovered. Good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Williams has got 5 assists tonight.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
Now here's Green. He's got 9.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, deterred them from those playing.
Matthews, no good. Warriors leading by 11. Thompson inside the line. The Mavericks pull it in. Pachulia's got 4 rebounds in this game. And Williams, here we go. That is good. Williams has got 20.
He's one of the best in the league at that. Even with just a tiny sliver, he always seems to find a way to get it up and in.
Barnes kicks to Thompson. To the paint, taken away by Williams. They've got the 5-on-3 advantage. 11 feet away. Shot is good off the back rim and in. And it's 13 points for Chandler Parsons.
Well, that's a great pass by Darren Williams.
Green kicks to Curry. Thompson is doubled. Back to Bogut. It's rebounded by Dallas. Parsons outside. Soft touch off the glass. And now just a 5-point Warrior lead.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
Curry outside. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
That's a weapon they've been allowed to use at will today.
Yeah, the defense struggling to take that away from them.
It's Williams with the drive. Nobody near Parsons. Warriors with the rebound. Green's got 5 rebounds tonight. Barnes kicks to Green. Pachulia with the steal. Matthews with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. Williams against Green. Pachulia, no luck.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
Thompson for 3. And another 3 for Golden State.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing them. 4 of the last 5 makes coming from long range.
Now here's Parsons. 15 points in the game. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Parsons got 17. Warriors leading by 9. To the paint. Got a piece of it. Nowitzki with the steal. Williams gets to Parsons. Got a hand on it. Here's Pachulia and gets hacked by the D. He'll go to the line. Let's quickly bring up the 2K leaderboard for a look at the top free throw shooters among point guards. #1, Steph Curry.
He's been a model of consistency at the free throw line all season. He's as dependable up there as he is on the floor at any given moment.
Yeah, you know, he runs their offense with tremendous poise, and he brings that same composure with him to the line every time he steps up there.
No good on the free throw. Mavs made the playoffs again last season. 14th playoff berth for them in the last 15 years, and only the San Antonio Spurs have made more, Greg, over that time frame.
Yeah, and they had a tough first-round opponent in the #2 seed, Houston. A good old Texas tussle between the 2 and the 7 seeds. Their 3rd three-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
Correa. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. So many great statistics are available to demonstrate just how dominant the Warriors were last season. My favorite is, GA, their point differential.
You know, to be able to beat your opponent by double digits on average is something only 8 teams have been able to do in the history of the league.
It's amazing.
And guys, the Warriors ended the year at just over a 10-point differential per game. I mean, still that number is staggering when you think of what it takes to achieve that mark over the course of a season. Typically, championship teams are somewhere in the +6 to +8 range. 10 is off the charts.
12 straight points off of 3-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks. He might not get a better look than that all game. You have to get closer to him. He's not going to bite you. Get up in him.
And you know what? That Warriors point differential was helped out a lot by their play at home. The home differential was almost +15 points per game. A lot of blowout wins. Scary thing is they set their starters in the fourth so often, they could have made those numbers even higher had they wanted.
Dallas making a switch here. Villanueva's checked in. Golden State also making some changes. Spates comes in for Green, and it's Barbosa in for Harrison Barnes. Count that one. 19 points for Chandler Parsons.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Here's Spates. Feeds it to Azili. Out left to the wing. Jacks up a 3, and he gets it to go. Livingston's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Well, the defense just hasn't pressed up to deny any of those looks, guys. I mean, they're hanging back and getting picked apart.
Warriors leading by 10. Barbosa kicks to Azili, and stolen by Parsons. Now here's Barea. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. That is good.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Here is Livingston. 7 points in the game. Azili gets to Livingston. There's the pass to Villanueva. And it's Harris off the drive. Kicks it to Parsons. Anderson outside. To the left wing. They set the pick. Here's Barea. And it's sent back by Spates. Now the Warriors moving it up. Iguodala's running.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
Here's Barea. He feeds it to Villanueva. That's good. Villanueva's got 11.
You know, he's always thinking. That's what I like about him. Spotted the open man and immediately changed out of his shot and gave it up.
To the inside. Stolen by Anderson. The 9-foot shot. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Barea's got his first 2 points of the night. Warriors leading by 6. Pass to Barbosa. Up top, Spates. Livingston kicks to Azili. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Here's Anderson. And it's that time as it falls. And now just a 4-point Warrior lead.
And Chandler Parsons, changing teams last season, saw a little bit of a regression. Down in points, rebounds, and assists. But more troubling, down in field goal and free throw percentage. So you can tell that that transition to a new team, new system, new role definitely had an impact.
And here's Barea after the three-pointer from Andre Iguodala. Barea, no good.
Boy, I tell you what, the complexion of this game would be completely different if he shot the ball anything like he's capable of.
Harris against Barbosa. Clock at 4. Beyond the arc. But they recover it. No good from space. Mavericks trail by 7. Now Villanueva. He's got 11. 32 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. That's good. Villanueva's got 13. Chandler Parsons coming over from Houston to Dallas, moving into a new scheme, a different scheme than he had with the Rockets. It was his first go-around with Coach Rick Carlisle.
Yeah, and it's not easy for a player to adjust to a coach, a new coach, or a new coach to adjust to a player. That takes some time. It's a two-way street. We know Parsons has the talent.
Now here's Barea. He's covered closely. The 3. The Warriors pull it in. Azili's got rebound number 5 here tonight from 20 feet out. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
And that's a big bonus for him to end the quarter as he just beats the buzzer.
That's superb clock management there, maximizing every second of the clock in that situation. Well done.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. The Warriors on top. Get going after this from the American Airlines Center. And the final period of play just about to start. Here's Williams. Setting the floor for the Warriors. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. Green at the 4 with Bogut at the 5. And it's Barnes in at the 3. Now here's Matthews, and it's blocked by Curry, and it's out of bounds. Nice touch by Curry. Williams a screen, clock at 6. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. And that's 15 points for Wesley Matthews. Thompson from long range. Bogut kicks to Curry. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
Just carrying the load right now offensively, guys. He is not wasting any chances.
From where I sit, Greg, it's a simple deduction. If they want things to be easy on themselves here late, make sure he has the ball.
Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Matthews.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession.
And you know what? His mind's playing tricks on him right now because he's not going to live that one down easily.
Barea dishes to Williams. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. Williams has got 22 points. Warriors leading by 6. Thompson passes to Bogut. Back to Thompson. There's the triple. 8 for 15 with that made basket. But he's not satisfied yet.
And you can just see his confidence is rising. Bucket after bucket from long range.
Nowitzki a screen. Barea kicks to Nowitzki. It's good. Great play set up by Barea. Barea's got assist number 11 for him here tonight. Warriors have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. They double-team Curry. Bogut against Nowitzki. Nowitzki with the steal. Barea kicks to Matthews. Nowitzki sets a screen for Matthews. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Matthews. And the Mavericks making a change here. Pachulia is checked in. Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Thompson dishes to Bogut. A stupendous finish in traffic. And the Warriors lead by 9.
Boy, I tell you what, he's having one of those days where if he takes it, he makes it.
Williams kicks to Parsons. Nowitzki with the screen on Thompson. It's Nowitzki, top of the key. Steph Curry with the rebound. Curry's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And here's Barnes for 3, and another 3 for Golden State.
And they clearly are just destroying this group right now from the three-point line.
Yeah, and the defense knows it. I mean, they are fully stretched out trying to stop the three-point shot and still haven't been able to do it.
Now here's Parsons. Lets a floater go, and he sinks the layup. Parsons got 12 points in just the second half.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Textbook, really, when you look at how they're playing. They are having their way down low. And since the start of the 4th quarter, that three-point shot has just been there.
Yeah, exactly. Doing an excellent job, I think, finding the open guy on the perimeter. And the three-pointer is a major weapon for him right now in this quarter.
You know, in Dirk Nowitzki, you start to wonder if he's the best foreign-born player ever. Of course, you have a lot of competition for that distinction. I mean, you got Hakeem, Nash, Parker, just to name a few.
First free throw is good. And back to the topic of Nowitzki as the greatest foreign-born player ever. I think Hakeem Olajuwon, Clark, is really his only challenger.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and I'd keep Hakeem at the top of that list just because of his presence and impact at both ends of the floor. But Dirk, clearly one of the all-time greats in NBA history.
Now here's Parsons. Here's Matthews. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. That's on Andrew Bogut.
Wes Matthews, a hard-nosed player on the wing. Strong frame, and he really does put it to good use at both ends.
Speaking of Matthews' strength, he really gets into you defensively.
Yeah, he wants to make you feel him. I mean, very physical. And offensively, he likes to post up and back down weaker, smaller defenders. I mean, you give him that mismatch, he will attack it with vigor.
Bogut, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that 2-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Williams attacking. He kicks to Nowitzki. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. 26 points for Dirk Nowitzki.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
And finished off by Bogut.
Excellent feed from Steph Curry.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
You know, one of the big stories has been the 3-ball. It's been a key part of their offense throughout the game.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well. And remember, you go back to when Steph Curry was in college, more of a shooting guard at Davidson, but he's worked relentlessly to not only improve his ball handling, but his vision. And now, all of a sudden, he's one of the most elusive ball handlers in the NBA.
That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut to just 9 on the basket from Parsons.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
Bogut with it. Goes up against Pachulia. And again, it's Andrew Bogut. Bogut's got 22 points. And Curry, certainly, Clark, a magician with the ball in his hands. He can really supply the terrific handle, razzle-dazzle moves, crossovers. He has it all.
He sure does, but on occasion he can be a little loose with it and turn it over some. That's been a focus both by him and the coaching staff. Attack, but do it with precision.
Another 3 for Golden State.
And until he cools off, I'd keep the ball in his hands.
Williams with the ball. He's feeling it. Rebounded by Bogut. Bogut's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Thompson from long range. That's good. 24 points for him.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
And Williams, here we go. Parsons for 3. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Williams has got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. Warriors leading by 14. They double-team Curry. The tray. Another three for Golden State.
And you know what? He's got a new BFF. It's the triple.
And it has been his BFF today anyway. Most of his points have been courtesy of the deep ball.
Now here's Parsons. And it's sent back by Bogut.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Here is Matthews, following the basket by Stephen Curry. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Thompson with the ball. And it's good. And that's now 30 points for Barnes.
You know, when he gets rolling, guys, he can be an absolute handful to have to deal with. And right now, he is rolling strong.
Now here's Williams. Nowitzki gets a wide open look. Dallas again missing.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Here's Bogut. No good. Nice D from Nowitzki. The Mavericks have gone 8 of 14 from the floor here in the fourth quarter. That's good. And that's now 30 points for Chandler Parsons.
And you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
And here's Bogut. Outside, Green. To the middle. And Thompson throws it down.
Flush that thing down, young fella.
That is a fierce two-hander.
Maximum force on that dunk.
Williams against Curry. Williams passes to Pachulia. And it's sent back by Bogut. Over to the left wing. The three from Barnes. Another three for Golden State.
He's been on a tear from the three-point line this game.
Dallas has gotten off to a great start from three-point range in the final quarter. They're a perfect 3 of 3. Here's Nowitzki. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Nowitzki's got 8 points in the quarter.
I like the way he's not forcing anything, taking advantage of what the defense has given him. He's been a key contributor for them in this quarter.
Here's Curry with the three. No good. And it's Dallas the other way. Now here's Parsons. Down low, poked away. And that'll be Dallas as it goes out of bounds. Mavericks retain possession.
Yeah, that's a super defensive play. If that gets through, no doubt they score.
And that's why he sold out for it, because he knew he had to make that play. He wasn't going to let them get the advantage.
Williams can't get it to go.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Thompson dishes to Curry. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got assist number 11 for him here tonight.
I mean, he was great in his last game, Clark, and clearly he has not lost that love and feeling.
Dallas calls timeout. Guys, you gotta love the versatility of Klay Thompson. He provides so much at that two-guard position.
Well, he can defend 3 positions, Kevin. And offensively, he does everything you want done from the two-guard spot. He can play with or without the ball.
And Matthews kicks to Pachulia. Back to Matthews. And Thompson sends it back. Shoots it up, and it's sent back by Nowitzki. Matthews with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. Matthews against Curry. Matthews, no good.
And Thompson's certainly in the conversation for the best two-way shooting guard in basketball. There's really not much he doesn't do well.
Pass to Parsons. Barnes grabs the miss.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Knocks down the 3-ball. Barnes has got 36.
And Thompson's much more active running the pick and roll lately. A great pocket passer, and of course, the defense has to stay glued to him because of that ability to knock down shots.
Parsons attacking. Green with the block. Here's Pachulia. The Warriors shooting has been just uncontainable. 72%. Offensive rebound. Thompson got a hand on it. Dallas has gotten off to a great start from three-point range in the final quarter. They're a perfect 3 of 3.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Warriors.
And they could do no wrong today, Steve. That's right. This was a team performing to its Clark fullest capability.
Yeah, and a very satisfying win for him, too. A game to remember, and on the other side, definitely one you want to forget as soon as possible.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And it will be a fight, Greg. When you see an opponent that many times, it's inevitable that those games take on a little extra added meaning for the player.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Harrison Barnes. There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
Azili gets the bucket.
I don't want to say they're trying to run up the score here, but they do keep adding to the lead.
Well, I know you don't want to say it, but I will, partner. I mean, they're trying to run the score up here. It's plain and simple. They're trying to throw salt all in that wound.
Here's Harris following the score by Golden State. The teardrop falls in.
That is an elegant move to drop in the floater there, guys.
Here's Golden State now. Here is Livingston. The feed now to Barbosa from downtown. That drops and it comes off the assist from Livingston.
And really no better feeling than to go on the road and play this well and get the win.
Yeah, it's always a good win when you play the kind of game they have played tonight. I mean, especially, though, when you get it done on the road. That's a special, special feeling there.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that. A pretty delivery that time from Iguodala.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan along with our entire 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. And now time to go to Ernie Johnson, who's alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Harrison Barnes. He just put it completely out of reach in the fourth quarter. It was as if he was saying, okay, enough fooling around. I'm taking over now.
Well, he showed us just how good he can be when he's at the top of his game. And the building was stunned. You saw people leaving early, throwing popcorn, throwing hot dogs, spilling soda. He put on a CSDP, a crowd shut down performance. Man, that's what I'm talking about, Ernie.
Just an unreal performance for him in so many ways. That was a player at the absolute top of his game. It's hard to imagine someone being any more dominant than he was tonight.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show. From myself, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.